The word adapt means to adjust or to change something to meet a new circumstance. Cars that are adapted to accommodate wheelchairs are now readily available for people with disabilities. No one thought that novel could be adapted and made into a movie, but it actually turned out well. If we don't adapt to the interests of our customers, we'll lose business quickly. Adapt, to adjust, to change.
Apposite. The word apposite means appropriate or relevant to a situation. The prince had tried placing the mysterious slipper on the feet of several other women, but the shoe was not apposite for any of them. When he offered to try the slipper out on Cinderella's feet, he immediately knew that it would be a perfect fit. He immediately began stuttering and searching about for the apposite thing to say, but he couldn't find the right words. For her part, Cinderella was unable to come up with anything fitting to say either. So they just stared and smiled at each other, a reaction that was probably more apposite than any words could be. Apposite, appropriate, relevant. Antipathy. The word antipathy means dislike, hatred, or the object of dislike. Charlie's antipathy for the medicine was great, and he crunched up his face when his mother offered it to him. Though he hated the medicine and wished more than anything not to take it, he knew it would make him feel better. Even so, he couldn't keep from showing his antipathy for it. It might have been good for him, but the taste was horrible. If it tasted a little better, his antipathy would not have been so substantial. Antipathy, hatred, a hated person or thing. Aspersion. The word aspersion means a damaging remark about someone or something, or verbal abuse. Many of the guests at the party were jealous of Sarah's natural beauty and grace, and instead of just enjoying themselves at the festivities, they whispered aspersions about her behind her back. Some of the partygoers even told lies about Sarah, and continued to cast aspersions toward her after she left the party. Luckily, Sarah never heard any of these rude remarks, because she would have been saddened by how abusive they were. Another example is, the school bully cast aspersions at anyone he thought looked funny or acted weird. No one ever wanted to be on the receiving end of one of his abusive comments. Aspersion, negative comments, harsh attack on someone's reputation.
Animosity. The word animosity refers to extreme dislike, hatred, or ill will. The deep-seated animosity between men of opposite tribes was evident by their frequent fights. There was great animosity between the crosstown rivals, and it spilled out during the football game. Jim demonstrates his animosity toward Paul every time he sees him by ignoring him. Animosity, extreme dislike, or hatred.
Amputate. The word amputate means to cut off a limb or body part, usually during surgery. The wounds to the soldier's leg were so serious that the doctors couldn't save it and had to amputate it just below the hip. Without his leg, the patient would need lots of physical therapy and would have to learn how to walk with a leg brace. But at least he didn't have to lose both legs. Modern medicine has advanced a lot over the years. During the American Civil War, a great many soldiers had limbs amputated for wounds that doctors would have been able to treat these days. Amputate, to cut off a part of the body.
The word abysmal means terrible or awful. The food at that restaurant is so abysmal, I'm not sure how anyone can eat it. After her abysmal performance in the race, Darla gave up running forever. The teacher couldn't believe her students could turn in such abysmal work. Abysmal, terrible, awful. Appease. The word appease means to calm someone down, especially by giving in to the